Hey guys! Today we're making fitted costume masks from simple materials you can find at home. You won't need a face cast or other fancy materials. So here's all you need, and let's get started. First, it can help to make a template, because the shape of your mask is quite important. Especially the eye shapes can make a big difference. Next, we will make a mold for the mask. So I have here a pretty big sheet of aluminium foil, and I'm going to fold it 3 times. And you want it to be a bit bigger than you want your mask to be. Slap that onto your face to create a mold. And I'm cutting some holes where my eyes are. My mask is just too big, so I'm cutting off the bottom. That should be better. And I'm making the eyes a bit wider. Basically, I keep them as small as possible, but you don't want to poke your eyes. When the foil doesn't poke you in the eyes anymore, you can use any kind of tape to make it stronger. But I'm using masking tape so you can see what I'm doing.
A message from the future.
Okay, to use masking tape was a bad idea. I would suggest using clear tape instead. But masking tape works too if you're only gonna use the mold once. Basically, when you take off the mask, you want the nose and eye part to be pretty stiff. Don't worry too much if the side parts are really floppy. Next, we need to rip up some paper. Thinner paper like magazine paper or newspaper is good for smoothing out the mask, and thicker papers or even cardboard are good for strengthening the mask. When I rip the paper, I like to make sure to get rid of the harsh lines. Like that. And when you have a good selection of papers, you can move on. Mix some white glue with water until it becomes more runny. And then just take your mold and start applying the paper. When you gave everything a first coat, you can add some stronger paper to make especially the sides stronger. And of course, the more paper you add and the thicker the paper is, the stronger your mask will be. So I ended up doing 2 to 3 coats, and I'm just gonna rest the mask on this thing. That way it will develop this natural curve. Yeah, and now you can just let it dry completely. When the mask is dry, you should just be able to peel it off. Speaking of masks, I created a crafty pattern that you can find on this face mask, these stickers and more. The mask comes in different colors and the stickers in 2 sizes that are great for your creative space. Support this channel and head over to Teespring to get your crafty merch. Now you can try the mask on and mark where you want to cut it. I'm using my trusty nail scissors for the eyes. That looks better. And now it's time to cut the rest of the mask. I'm basically just trying to make it look symmetrical, but remember, no face is really symmetrical. A ruler can help make the mask more even on both sides. To finish the mask, I have two options for you. You can cover them with tights, which every superhero should have anyways, or you can cover the mask with tissue. If you have light colored tights, you can dye them with acrylic paints. Basically just brush on some undiluted acrylic paint. I'm covering my mask with paint because tights are a bit see-through. Whenever your mask is wet, it gets soft again, so be sure to place it somewhere where it can preserve its curve. So that's what the mask looks like now, and you could leave it like that, but let me show you what it looks like with the tights on. I'm starting off by brushing some glue on the back side of the mask. And then I just stretch the fabric over the mask and glue it to the back side. Cut a hole where the eyes are. The eyes are the trickiest part. You can easily remove the fabric and reattach it until you're happy. If you see a lot of creases in the fabric, you might have to stretch the tights more. When you're happy with your mask, you might have to remove some glue bits from the front. And that's what I ended up with. You can cover the back any way you want, but I'm too lazy. Another option is to take some precious toilet paper or napkins or tissues and rip it into small pieces again. And I'm applying that with the same glue and water mixture from before. And basically this will create a more uniform texture. What you also can do is to cut some strips from the toilet paper and twist them. And to apply that as a border or even to create patterns. And to secure everything in place, I'm adding more tissues on top. And when it's dry, you can paint it any way you want. You can add glitter or rhinestones. And to wear the mask, I'm poking 2 holes on the sides with a broken nut tack. Insert some string or some ribbon. And just tie the mask to your head. And if you have long hair, you can actually hide the string or the ribbon under your hair. If you make any of my crafts, you can now tag me on Instagram. And if you want to learn how to make fake hair, click right here. See you guys!